And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, here to bring you some kind of breaking news. Nothing really too exciting, nothing really too like, oh my god, I can't believe this is gonna happen. But last night, basically the world and also the Marvel fandom and the Marvel family lost one of their members in Chadwick Boseman. He passed away due to colon cancer. He was battling it for like forever. Apparently nobody knew about it except his own close circle. When I first found out, I was like really shocked, and I thought somebody was just like being rude, and I thought it was like a major joke until I started saw all the headlines popping up that he actually did pass away. He was at home when he passed away, so he was with his family. Apparently he was battling the cancer for forever. According to what I was reading about it, he had it, I guess, during, or maybe it came back during when he got cast as Black Panther. And yeah, he fought through it the whole way, man. Talk about somebody, you know, cancer is not a fun thing to have. You know, a lot of people, it depends on who they are, you know, they can either deal with it and live long lives, or, you know, they can and they shut down, you know, really quick, and the cancer spreads faster. I think that's always been the key to trying to, I guess, combat this thing, is to have strength for it. Because from what I'm reading about what Chadwick had, he battled forever for this. I mean, he went through Civil War, he went through Black Panther itself, he went through Endgame and Infinity War. So kudos to him for fighting to do that. But unfortunately it wasn't enough, and it took him from us, and it's kind of a bummer. I mean, this guy was only 43 years old, and he was such a good actor. I mean, not even talking about just Black Panther itself and, you know, Marvel. I'm talking about, have you ever seen his movie when he played Jackie Brown, or even 42? 42, I think, will always be my favorite movie of his, but I don't count Black Panther. I mean, that movie really showed how good he is as an actor. Even that movie that he recently just did, 21 Bridges, that was the night, like, he was a police officer, a cop. Very good movie, but he was on a level that was like maybe nobody else can be on. I mean, he was just very good at what he was doing, you know. He was just amazing, you know. I remember the first thing I've ever saw him in, I didn't even know he was in this TV show when I used to watch it until after Black Panther, and it was Lincoln Heights. ABC Family's Lincoln Heights, if you guys know about it. He shows up in season 4. Didn't even know that was him until after Black Panther came out. And I was like, oh, this guy's really good. I went back and looked at him because he looked at pretty much the same, but his hair was shorter. I was like, oh, that's him. He played the same character. He plays a character named Nate Ray. He was like great in that show. I used to like that show a lot. It was very good. Ran for 4 seasons. He comes in the last season, and, you know, he really shined in that, for me personally. But yeah, he was just like, wow. What he did with Black Panther too, that's a whole nother thing, you know. Black Panther was that movie that really like opened the doors for African Americans, you know, from not only for males and females to be able to play these kind of characters, but that movie was just so inspirational, you know. It was just like so awesome. First of all, I had a whole black cast, and it was just amazing to see. Yeah, these people can act, you know. We have the great actors who are African Americans, you know, but he was one of them. He is one of them. He will always be one of them. He's our king, you know. It's like, wow, I can't believe it, you know. I was just shocked. But I will always remember him for, you know, 42, when he played Jackie Robinson, you know, James Brown. You know, he really committed to those kind of roles, you know, playing those, you know, historical figures, if you will, and then of course playing King T'Challa as well. You know, he really, you know, you can tell when he was, you know, an actor loves a character very well. They always are committed to that character, and he was committed to the Black Panther character, and you can tell he loved it, you know. And he was always, when you watch him in like interviews for like the Marvel stuff, or any of his other movies, you can't tell he was sick. You couldn't tell. And he probably just fought on. He had a smile on his face every day. He probably went into the sets and be like, "Let's do this." It's gonna be hard to see him not be around anymore. And we're not gonna talk about like, oh, what's gonna happen now with Black Panther 2. We're not gonna talk about that now. So that's not even in our heads right now. But yeah, for what he did with that movie, so I mean, that movie got nominated for an Oscar, for Christ's sakes. You know how hard that is. The movie itself to get an Oscar, it's hard. It's hard to even be nominated. You got to be lucky to do that. You got to be a kind of special movie to be a part of that. And Black Panther was that. He was that kind of actor. I mean, I wish he was nominated for Best Actor in that movie, but that movie alone was just great. Obviously, a lot of people are gonna remember him for that. For me, like I said, 42. James Brown. They get those Lincoln Heights for me. Really, that's what I'm gonna remember him most. And of course, Black Panther. He's always gonna be our king of Wakanda. And yeah, the world's gonna miss him. But I think it's gonna be important that we learn from him, because what he not only accomplished inside the film industry, but also he probably did a lot of things as well outside. I really don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure he did, and he probably inspired a lot. He inspired a lot of people, especially in the African American popular culture. He inspired everyone, from kids to adults who wanted a black superhero, and that's what he was. Sure, we had Blade, sure, yeah, but at that time, nobody 90s, nobody really was paying attention to the Black Lives Matter movement. While this was happening, a lot of people, he was the lead. He was like the star of that movie, And yeah, Wesley Snipes did it too, but yeah, that movie had white people as well. But this was just like the first movie to have all African American people. It was just amazing. And one white actor. Just one. Oh, two, sorry. Two. But you know what I mean. But yeah, he helped change it. He helped change the game. Now you're going to see a lot of more people, of color and of ethnicity as well, playing these superhero characters because they can, Pretty soon we're going to get, Miss Marvel is Pakistani superhero as well. We're going to get that as well. So that's going to change the game as well for, the Pakistani people. So, he pretty much helped change a little bit of that, the doors opened, but we still have a long way to go. Of course, obviously, what's going on in the world now, but still, he helped change it a little bit, and that's cool. That's amazing. I think, that's just outstanding. He will always be a great actor. His legacy will always continue. His movies are always going to be there. We're always going to watch it and honor him by watching those movies and also learning from those movies for what he did. Playing a character like James Brown, learning about his background and all that. And Jackie Robinson as well, the great legend of the baseball player himself, learning all that. That's going to be inspirational, just watching his movies of those historical characters, and then knowing their backgrounds as well, and then knowing their real story as well. He helped us learn about those characters, those people as well. So it's like, yeah. And like I said, he brought Black Panther to life, and I'm a big fan of Black Panther. I always liked his character. He was always like the coolest character. To me, he was Batman's Marvel. He was Batman of Marvel. Yeah, you have Moon Knight, but I always, for me personally, as a Batman fan, I always assumed Black Panther was like Batman. He had the technology, he had the suit, he really didn't have powers, but he was a king, He used his influences and technology to help his people, that's what he was. So that's why I always assumed that, Black Panther was was Marvel's Batman. And that's how I always saw it. And to me, he was. And he was amazing. And Chadwick Boseman brought him to life for me, and I would always appreciate that, and I always will always be thankful for that character, because that character is so cool, has such a great background, and he was, he was black, but that was awesome, because we needed that. A lot of people needed that. Even I mean, I'm white, obviously, but still, we all needed that. We always get the same, white people playing superheroes. We needed him to play Black Panther because we need to change. And he helped us with that. He opened the door a little bit more for, the culture and the world itself. So yeah, it's saddened. My heart goes out to his family and his loved ones. And all I want to say now is that just treasure him. Watch his films. If you never watched his other movies besides Black Panther and any of the other Marvel movies, just check them out and be kind to others as well. Just remember that. And stay safe out there. And like I said, you never know. Live your life to the fullest. Yep, just live it like you can, no matter what. And like I said before, my heart goes out to his family and friends and his loved ones as well. And forever, thank you, Chadwick Boseman, for everything. You're an amazing actor. You always will be an amazing actor. We'll miss you, buddy. Wakanda forever.